Welcome into Just 5 minutes for me to talk about some different things, and that's what I'm going to do right now, starting with LIV Golf, the decision that they made this past week to go to 72 holes of competition. They will continue to have shotgun starts. They will continue to have, obviously, the team component, which is, I think, the biggest distinguishable difference between themselves and the PGA Tour. All the other stuff, the loud music, that stuff is just kind of fluff. But 72 holes to me, even though Rory McIlroy was quoted when he was told about and asked about it in Abu Dhabi, he thought the decision was peculiar. And that's the key word, peculiar, because he thought that even though the 3 rounds is what it was, and a lot of people thought that was the barrier between them getting world ranking points or not, he said, I didn't think that it was. I think that it was, unless he knows something that I don't. The World Golf ranking system is now under different leadership, and it's Trevor Immelman. Most importantly, though, the world ranking points are important, but 72 holes of competition is one of the reasons why I have struggled with LIV from the beginning. There are many things that a lot of people struggle with about LIV, source of the money, and where are they playing, and shotgun starts, and I don't like that either. To me, Elite Championship Golf is 72 holes, and when you play at 2:47 on a Sunday and you're the last group off, you've earned that. But with earning that comes the challenge of late in the day, fields in front of you. That's one of the most powerful things about, to me, championship golf. And when the sun is setting and the last group is coming up and maybe somebody's posting or you've got a one-shot lead and you know it's just up to you as opposed to somebody finishing on the 6th hole. But 72 holes is a start, and I applaud them for doing it. And I do think the world ranking points are absolutely going to come for them. Let me get to the second point. Knowing that the Century is not going to happen this year at Kapalua, now we only have one event in Hawaii. And I had this conversation with Taylor Zarzour on the program on Golf Channel earlier this week, and that is it possible that the PGA Tour season going forward is going to start later? I think it's possible. I think it's highly likely, and I support it. Get out of the way of football when you can when the season starts, and even more importantly, what do you think you're going to intrude during the playoffs? Start it late in January. Make people miss it more. The heart grows fonder, truly. The other part gets to me to my third point, and that is we look right now at this alliance that exists between the PGA Tour and the DP World Tour, and you're going, what is it exactly? Well, performance on the DP World Tour can get you membership to the PGA Tour the following year, and that's a good thing. And we're also seeing some players on the PGA Tour go and play some DP World Tour events after the Tour Championship. I applaud them all, but there needs to be more reciprocity on the part of the PGA Tour. The DP World Tour is getting guys membership, and look, we know that the best players want to play on the PGA Tour, and I'm not thinking myopically about that. That's just the plain truth. But I do think that the PGA Tour, whether it's winning a Rolex Series event, if you're not already otherwise exempt, or winning other events, because there's only a handful of Rolex Series events, winning is the most important stat. Winning is the great divider. Winning should provide the greatest rewards, not just financially, but what it means in terms of what's in front of you. We talk almost immediately about if a player wins an event and they've got an invitation to the Masters, you almost start with that as opposed to, hey, you just won for the first time. That is more important. But I do think that the PGA Tour should look beyond just starts at the ISCO and the Barracuda, no disrespect, to events that happen in the middle of July that DP World Tour members can come and play based on their eligibility. The BMW Championship at Wentworth, well, look at some of the guys who played, and it goes beyond Billy Horschel. Kevin Yu played in it. Michael Kim played in it. Patrick Rogers played in it. Give guys an opportunity to play in the PGA Tour flagship event based on significant wins on the DP World Tour. That's how you evolve together and strengthen an alliance that exists now, but an alliance that maybe a lot of people don't know about because the audience of the players a little bit more significant than it is for the ISCO. That is Just 5 for this week. Enjoy the football. Golf might not start until after football's over. We'll see.